Welcome, my friends. Welcome to Gaming Fin. So there are some rumors. That Ubisoft could potentially create some new group, some new gaming group. And in this video, I'm going to analyze together with the help of AI. I'm saying this already here as a disclaimer, the impact on the stock of Ubisoft. So you know my thesis. I had thesis before, but this new approach could actually change a little bit my thesis. So I have to honestly tell you this. So this is I think I'm absolutely aware that my thesis actually did not take into account partially taking out different IPs of Ubisoft into a new structure. So what this rumor says, it's a rumor, so nothing is confirmed. And also in this article that I'm showing you immediately, in this article, they said they tried to talk to Ubisoft, but Ubisoft was not answering it. But so now we take this as a hypothetical situation, as a rumor. So this is the disclaimer, guys, and see how such a situation would have an impact on the Ubisoft stock. So I'm invested in Ubisoft, and yeah, this is not financial advice. This is for information and entertainment purposes only. So probably more for entertainment purposes in this case. So here we go. So yeah. This is the chart of Ubisoft today, and as you can see, actually we were going up 6.8%. So the question is this just linked to the fact that the market in general went up today? Is this linked to the fact that Pull-Up Entertainment, so Focus Entertainment, due to the announcement of Space Marine 3 went up? Or is this those 6.8% actually coming from this rumor? So the rumor here, this is from Video Games News. Ubisoft is reportedly considering a Tencent-backed future for Assassin's Creed and more. The French gaming giant has struggled in recent years. And then here, that's the important part. Ubisoft is said to be looking for investors in a new gaming group that would house some of its biggest IP. And before I'm continuing here, this is classic financial engineering. This is classic company société optimization. So you can create value, but can also go in the other direction. Bigben Interactive did it with Nacon, for example, and also Embracer did it. Now also they were splitting out some parts of the IPs. And with Bigben Interactive, we see that this actually didn't turn out to be the smartest idea. And also now with Embracer, it seems also that this actually doesn't go to the direction for creating more value for investors. So, but I put this aside. It doesn't mean this has to be the same case in a potential situation for Ubisoft. So everything hypothetically, so everything just potentially. So I have to say this again, not that people now think this is going to happen, because I just base my assumption, I base it on this article. So potential impact on Ubisoft stock. So if Ubisoft successfully establishes a new gaming group to house its biggest intellectual properties like Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six, and brings in investors such as Tencent or other global funds, the impact on its stock could vary depending on how the market perceives the move. So obviously, that's obviously the first answer you get when you also ask the AI. So this strategy appears aimed at unlocking value from its IPs by creating a separate entity, potentially valued higher than Ubisoft's current market cap of approximately 1.7 billion euros. So positive impact, increased valuation, investor confidence. So this is obviously what we want to see if this would happen. If the new entity is perceived as a way to maximize the value of Ubisoft's blockbuster IPs, it could attract significant investor interest, boosting Ubisoft's stock price. So that's what we want to see. boosting Ubisoft's stock price. A higher valuation for the IP unit might signal to the market that Ubisoft's assets are undervalued within its current structure. Strategic investment from a major player like Tencent could further reassure investors, especially given Ubisoft's recent struggle. So this is the specific case actually of a corporation in such an entity with Tencent. So scenario in this, or the scenario would be if the market views this as a precursor to a full buyout. So that's important here, full buyout. So it's not just going to be like this forever. So this is just the way how Tencent could actually get those IPs. To a full buyout or lucrative partnership. This is then partnership. So Tencent just invests money into such an entity. Ubisoft stock could rally significantly in the short term. So short-term rally. This would be then from a trading perspective, you would actually sell the stock after this rally, so you wouldn't wait too long. So because you want to limit then the downside. The question is then when would the stock rally? So probably this would be then a sharp upturn of like. I'm just throwing out some numbers. Later actually we get some numbers. So some percentages that are higher now than 6.8%. So negative impact, delusion or uncertainty. If Ubisoft sells a minority stake in the new entity, existing shareholders might worry about dilution of their ownership or loss of control over key IPs. That's what I'm actually fearing. This could lead to a sell-off if the terms of the deal are unclear or unfavorable. So this happens actually often with this financial engineering. Uncertainty about the structure could spook investors, especially given the company's recent track records of delays and operational inefficiencies. Scenario: a poorly received deal or lack of transparency could exacerbate the stock's downward trend, pushing it closer to its decade low level. So stock goes down, you lose money. Neutral or mixed impact, wait and see approach. This is what I'm always saying. So that's for my theses on the base of my old theses. So I'm actually developing my thesis here a little bit more. Therefore, this is food for thought for my own reflection. So I come back to this actually at the end of this video. So neutral or mixed impact, wait and see approach. The market might adopt a cautious stance, waiting for concrete details on valuation, investor commitments, and the strategic direction of the new entity. Ubisoft stock has been volatile, dropping over 83% in the past 5 years, so investors may hesitate to act until the plan crystallizes. So sideways trading, bad. Scenario: the stock could trade sideways with heightened volatility, sideways volatility, so you actually can trade in the volatility as analysts and shareholders assess the long-term implications. So I was also asking the AI to give me some examples from other companies. So they are actually not precisely what the rumor says, but it's always good to have a quick overview. So Activision Blizzard, for example, has been acquired by Microsoft, and so the stock was going up 25% the moment of the acquisition announcement by Microsoft. So this would be like then the case that just imagine that we put those IPs in an extra entity, and then Tencent, for example, buys the whole entity. And then this money is going to be distributed with the shareholders. So as an example. Also, we have to keep in mind actually that Ubisoft, also the Guillemot family, has its own publicly traded company, and the Guillemot family holds those stakes in Ubisoft. IBM spin-off Kindle, so they are 21. I actually participated also in those two. That's so funny. IBM spun off its managed infrastructure service business, leading to modest stock gains post spin-off. So actually now it's fine for IBM went up and Kindle went up. So this worked and I made money with this. Then we have the eBay spin-off of PayPal. Who doesn't know PayPal? So PayPal went massively up. eBay was more, I think, sideways trading, and now eBay is now PayPal is big down. Then we had Disney periodic adjustments such as selling a stake in Hulu showed how strategic moves impact stock prices. Ubisoft could follow a similar model to stabilize its stock while retaining control. So key factors influencing Ubisoft's outcome: valuation of the new entity. If it exceeds Ubisoft's 1.7 billion market cap, it could signal undervaluation and lift the stock. For example, at 2 to 3 billion valuation might push Ubisoft's share price from its current 13 to 18 to 20 euros, so 38 to 54% increase. This is what the AI says. I'm not saying this. Investor sentiment, positive sentiment from a Tencent partnership, so just a partnership, could counteract recent negativity, while skepticism about managing might cap gain. So Guillemot family has still 14%. They have their own company as well, which has those stakes. Market conditions: the gaming sector is under pressure from rising development costs and shifting player preferences. Ubisoft's stock reaction will partly depend on broader industry trends. So guys, in conclusion, the impact on Ubisoft stock could range from a significant rally, 20 to 50%, that's very positive, if the deal is well received, to a decline or stagnation if it raises concerns. So examples like Activision Blizzard suggest a potential for sharp gains if a buyout emerges, so complete buyout, while IBM and eBay show more moderate results. So given Ubisoft's current struggles, a successful execution of the strategy could be a turning point, but clarity and strong terms are essential for a positive market response. All right, guys. This is changing my thesis, obviously, and I actually would prefer a complete acquisition of Ubisoft, so that someone comes and buys the whole company and pays me like a certain amount for the stock, and I hope this price would be above what I have paid for in average now for my shares. So this is one of my theses. So if nothing happens, Shadows comes out, stock goes down, and trade sideways, stagnation. Well, that's not really welcome. That's not really welcome. That's not a good outcome. So taking now those very important IPs, put them in a special entity, and then just the entity gets sold. The entity gets sold. Then a weird shell of Ubisoft remains back. So what do I get actually for those IPs? Do I get just money for the IPs in the share in the shares in the stock price of Ubisoft? This would then actually mean I kind of, the moment I get this money, or there is the expectation of this money for the company, then probably the stock could raise a little bit, and then it's better to get out. So then this is actually a complete new thesis, and it's not really a nice one. It's not a thesis I like, and it's when I look at some of those French companies having those financial engineering approaches, I don't really like them so much. So for me personally, it has an impact on the way how I see Ubisoft stock now. Of course, I like that the stock went up today, but it can have an impact on the way how I want to move forward here, and how much can I really expect actually getting in my Ubisoft shares now over the short, mid, and long term. So that's definitely something I have to rethink. And then I will see what I'm going to do. So that's my analysis. That's my evaluation of the whole situation about this rumor. It's a rumor. It's hypothetically. It's potentially. So it's not confirmed. So we don't really know if it's happening or not. I have to say this because otherwise people think like, oh, it's going to happen, and then they react immediately on the stock. So no, that's not what I'm doing here. All right, guys. So thank you very much for watching this video. Also check out some of my other videos. So you see, sometimes I put much more effort also on those videos to give you a clear overview about the overall situation. So I hope you appreciate this. So if you do, give me a comment, give me a like, and a sub to my channel. So I would appreciate this a lot. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye bye.